welcome to the live stream in CGTN. This morning we come to the city of Xi'an. Well, this place is in the northwest part of China. And also in China, the coronavirus is happening. But in this place, we can still see a lot of people coming to the street and purchasing the New Year festival and purchasing and food goods. And this morning we come here to one of the ancient places. It's called the Zheng Tower. Because usually people here begin the celebration of the New Year starting from this place. So joining me now this morning is the guest, who is Mr. Chen Xiaorong. Mr. Chen from the UNESCO, the section editor, and he's working for the UNESCO. I'm good to see you here this morning. Nice to meet you. And I'm just wondering, this place, so many traditions about this city, so many traditions about this place. Do you know anything about the Zheng Tower? Can you tell us now?
to wake up the citizens. And a drum tower, when you beat drums in the afternoon, or it means that night is coming. So bell tower and morning tower, and the bell tower just to awake people to know the time and to know the changes of the day.
Okay, so there are many functions about this drum tower, and we know that people over there in the distance, there's a beating drum, and it's very loud. And I heard that at the beginning of the New Year, people would celebrate the New Year from this place. They would beat the drum. So let us know something about the four characters over there on this wooden board. Do you know anything about that? How to beat these characters?
So we need to read it from right to the left. It's Zheng. It means the sound is quite loud. The music is very loud.
So actually, the sound is really, really beating drum is really loud, and it can be heard in faraway places. Even so, they haven't done so. This is the is very interesting. Besides this place, this morning there was some kind of the parade. Do you know anything about that? You can come closer.
Yeah. The performance is Xi'an. It's inscribed as a World Heritage List in 2009. And as we know, intangible cultural heritage starts from 2003 when UNESCO ratified the safeguarding of intangible cultural heritage. So Xi'an is quite lucky to successfully apply these items as the intangible cultural heritage in 2009.
Okay. Well, it's quite interesting. Thank you so much for the introduction for this part. Now we can come closer to the parade, music parade, and so many people out there. And so we're talking what kind of people are they, and what age are they? They are the local artists, right?
Local artists? You mean the parade?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
I think so. Yeah, they are performers of the Xi'an. And you know, in China there is a metaphor. If you describe Chinese culture and history as a tree, the Beijing, the capital is the crown of the tree, and Shanghai is the trunk of the tree, and the root is Xi'an. So Xi'an is the gateway to realize the Chinese civilization.
Yes. And I know that Xi'an, the city of Xi'an, used to be the capital city of 13 dynasties in Chinese history back in the 2,000 years. So there should be a lot of the traditions and the intangible cultural heritage. It's just for example, this one. As to the costume, these people are wearing the very special and ancient costume. So you can tell us something about it.
The costume, I guess, is originally from the Tang Dynasty.
Yes.
And the helmet and the dress and the costume and the symbolize I think it's from royal.
Yes, I guess these people are using a very different musical instrument. For example, the wind pipe musical instrument, just like those used in Western countries in the church. I just like this one. It's pretty interesting. I know that these people at a very old age, they're from the temple of the so I heard these people at their kind of age, at age of 60 or 70. So tell us something. In China, there are a lot of the intangible cultural heritage. For example, this music performance and anything else about because this is also included in the UNESCO, the World Intangible Heritage. And you are one of the person in charge of this project. Tell us something more.
Yeah, so this kind of a performance can be frequently seen in some temples and some
So we can come a little bit closer to take a look. It's mysterious. I feel that I've entered into a new, different time back in history.
history. So as far as I know, this performance originally is from the Taoism, the rituals,
Beside these rituals, the flags, the costume of these people, they are trying to imitate the ancient time. For example, the rituals back in the ancient time, trying to give the impression that you celebrate the new year. And I know that they usually perform this music during the very important occasions, like the New Year, right? And one of the things is in Xi'an, it is a very ancient city in China, and also the 13th dynasty in China back in history. So there must be a lot of traditions and intangible cultural heritage. Could you introduce something else to us about the tradition of celebrating the Chinese Lunar New Year?
Yeah, for example, we can take a look at the store.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry for the technical problem. We have to pause for a little while, and now we're back again. And in this ancient city of Xi'an, joining me now is Ms. Chen Xiaorong, who is a section editor of the UNESCO flagship magazine, which is called the Korea. And thank you so much, Xiaorong. And just a moment ago, you told us a lot of things about the ancient tradition, about the intangible cultural heritage here in this city, and also the music performance of local people, local artists. And right now, I'm just wondering how many other things you could tell us about the tradition of celebrating the New Year. Okay.
So Yibing, craftsmanship is very, very important part of ICH. ICH, intangible cultural heritage. So let's explore the Chinese history through these handicrafts. This is a shadow play. So we can see we can explore some.
So we can come a little bit. We can come a little bit closer, and this is a paper cut handicraft, right?
It's kind of a paper cut image of shadow play. Actually, it's not the stage property. It's just the image. So we can see lots of traditional shadow play. Instruments or characters, image here.
So many figures.
So many figures. And including also some tourist sites like terracotta warrior. So
well, yes.
Yeah. So that's the only souvenir. It's not traditional handicrafts for the paper for the paper cuts or for the shadow play.
Yes, one of the things is I know that you are the first and the graduate students in China majoring in studying the intangible cultural heritage, and these paper cuts are one of the forms of these traditional art. And we can see different forms. And I'm just wondering one question, because so many people are curious about the Chinese Lunar New Year, because the coming 2 days' time, we're welcoming the Chinese New Year, the rats. So tell us something about the Chinese, the zodiac signs.
China. In China there are 12 lucky animals. They are
just like this one.
Rats. And the ox and the tiger, rabbit, and the dragon, and the snake, and so on.
Blah blah blah. So many of them, 12 of them.
Yes, so China, our ancestors described the 12 animals and used the image of the 12 animals to be the zodiac signs.
I got a question. So why then next year people would celebrate and put the year of 2020 as a year of the rat? Why people put the rat as a sign?
Like the rat?
Yes.
The rat.
What kind of the features does rat have, and people would choose it as a sign of the year?
Yeah, rat in Chinese mind means that money and it's a fortune. So this year, some people will relate to the rat with money. It's called shu. Shu is also another pronunciation. For rat is shu, so count. So count money. It means that it can bring fortune to the family.
Oh, so it means the fortune. It means agility. So many interesting things about the rat. Quite different from our the usual impression about the rat. Okay. So during the new year, we got some questions from the people, and we just want to know. Take a look. Some of the question is Muslim people do not celebrate the Chinese Lunar New Year, so why the Huimin Jie or the Muslim street? This question, I can answer this question. Yesterday, I came here for the interview with the local people, and one of them said they don't. Muslim people here in this ancient city of Xi'an, they do not celebrate the Chinese Lunar New Year, but Huimin Jie is very popular here in this city, and a lot of people would come here to purchase, to do the New Year festival purchase, and would buy a lot of things. For example, the beef, the mutton, and the souvenirs. So that is why this street is merged into the local culture. And that is why, because the different people, different kinds of nationalities coexist, and they join together for the celebration of a very good, happy mood. That is the important reason, right?
Yeah.
Another question that led us to see, because during this live streaming, usually there are a lot of netizens. They would raise a lot of questions. They would say, where is this in Xi'an from the Facebook? And I'm going to ask this question. Could you tell us something about this? Where is this place?
This place is a Huiming Street. It's a Muslim. We call it a Muslim Street. It's just in the center of Xi'an, and so this street is famous for its snacks, specialties, and in Xi'an. And you can try lots of taste here.
Okay.
And you can find many interesting and local ICH items here, including handicrafts, and also some performance here. And also you can see that the architecture are quite ancient style. So this street is just it's called the magic street.
It's quite like the living fossil of the local culture. So we can come out and to see something more. Just like the Xiaorong, who is a section editor of UNESCO flagship magazine Career. She said she actually grew up here. So that is why he came back to Xi'an to celebrate the New Year. And we know that this place is very popular here in the city of Xi'an, in the center of the city. So this morning we
special taste here.
Okay, we can try some special too.
Okay,
please guide us to anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Usually, this place is called a snack street, or the Huiming Jie. Although the Muslim people do not celebrate the Chinese Lunar New Year, they have joined for the atmosphere, because they're selling a lot of the New Year's specialties to local people, and tourists, the local people will come here to buy it. So that is why the atmosphere is really heated here.
Yeah.
So please introduce something about the local specialties and delicacies. Anything of your favorite?
Yeah, my favorite things is a spicy soup.
Spicy soup.
In the early morning, I found some
the people
stores
here are buying some kind of the cakes and
green bean cake.
Yeah, the green bean.
It's made of green bean powder, and it's very sweet. But sometimes it's fresh, and when it is preserved for a while, it's like melt and soft taste. Yeah.
Yes, and there are different types of the food here. They're really attractive, but the most impressive one, what do you think from your mind?
Yeah, I think it's Pesming.
So what kind of the food do you like most here?
The Pesming, cake.
The cake.
Yeah, the cake.
Persimmon cake.
Yeah, persimmon cake.
Well, there is a store here. We can come closer to take a look.
Yeah, but it's a replica of a persimmon tree.
Yes, we found from the distance we can see the persimmon. It looks like real, but they're not. Because this kind of the fruit is really.
It's made of this fruit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Made of this fruit.
Yeah.
This cake.
Yeah.
Oh, we can come closer to take a look.
Yeah.
This. This is rice. I'm just wondering. I'm gonna ask the question from the boss here. 您好，我想问一下，就是您卖的这个是叫什么名字呢？
我们叫皇贵柿子饼。
哦，叫皇贵柿子饼。
对，皇贵柿子饼。
So this kind of the pancake is called the persimmon pancake. 那么经常的话，你们会怎么去做这个东西呢 ？How do you make it?
我们是把柿子采回来，柿子和面和到一起，里面再包馅。
Oh, I got it. They usually put the persimmon back home and mix it with the flour and make them into the paste and put it into this frying into such a pancake. 那一个一般的话是怎么去做呢？就是这个去炸出来吗？
就是炸油炸。我们这是精炼大豆油炸的。
So they use the oil to fry this pancake. And could I have a taste? 我们可以尝一下吗？
可以啊。
How many flavors do you have? 有多少种口味呢？
我们4种口味，这是个黄桂花的。
4 flavors. This is original.
这是最传统的，这是玫瑰花的。
This is rose stuff.
这是豆沙的。
This is the bean.
这是枣泥的。
This is the date. Which one do I choose?
给你这吃个这个。
Flavor. Original. Okay. Thank you so much. 小荣 because you're the local people, and you can have a try. I mean, compared with your childhood, is there any differences?
It's just recalls my memory
Your
of my
memory.
childhood. Yeah.
Okay.
It's very soft and hot inside, but be cautious if you eat it. Yeah, you need to pay attention. It's very hot. But I personally like this kind of
I see.
jasmine cake. It's well preserved and it's shelled in the cold air, so it's very.
I also see that in Beijing, and it's also popular in other parts of China.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, can I have a try also? This one, 我也可以尝一个吗？
Try different flavor.
Different flavor.
Yeah.
那我可以尝一个不同的一个口味儿。This is
They'll be quite different.
quite different. Okay.
The traditional one is.
It's a little bit crispy on outside, and I mean the skin, and inside it is really soft,
Fresh.
Sweet and delicious.
flavor.
So good.
Yeah. The red bean, it's 红豆.
红豆，豆沙。
Right bean.
Yeah, it's healthy inside.
It is healthy inside.
Usually
Thank you so
people
much.
think that deep fried cakes is not so good for healthy, but in Lunar New Year, every family we celebrate the special day by eating lots of fried snacks, fried food. Yeah, it's our tradition.
For this one. 谢谢你啊 Thank you. And so what about these things? 那么这个是什么呢？
It's a cured beef.
Cured beef.
Cured beef.
This is beef. Let me ask you some questions about this boss. 您好，我们想问一下，就说你们这个摊位的话是这个卖这个是牛羊肉是吗？
对，牛肉对。
牛肉啊，是怎么样的一些牛肉呢？The beef you are selling 你们卖的是怎么样的一些牛肉呢？
牛肉是分两种，这个是辣牛肉，这个是酱牛肉。
I see. There are two different type of the beef. The first one is this part. It's a secured beef, and this part is a spiced beef. They are different in taste.
Ingredients.
With some different
ingredients.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you buy it usually for your families during the New Year?
Yeah, of course. And my uncles and my aunties always buy this kind
this
of
type.
because this type is boasts lots of flavor, but this one is very original. So
that's the
they are
difference
local.
for the
Yeah,
local.
Xi'an. Local Xi'an citizens like this one.
Can I have a try? 我们可以试一下，尝一点吗？
可以。
Slices. Yeah.
Okay. They cut into the slices. Thank you so much.
Okay, it's a French style.
French style.
But
Yes,
we
you're
don't need
based
to
in.
wash hands. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's very delicious. 非常好吃，谢谢
It's
你
the
啊。
same flavor.
I can take
It's
some
a
time
bit
to
spicy.
spicy.
So how to make this red? You know?
对，我们做这个一般通常会花多长时间去做这个牛肉呢？How many hours do you take to make this a beef?
这个牛肉的话，我们一般会从选肉，然后到配料，最后到下锅，还有去熬煮。一般时间在6到10个小时，它才会出锅。
Wow. It takes a long time to cook such a stewed beef or the spiced beef. Usually from the selection, the quality control, and also and to the selling these beef and to now, it takes about 6 to 10 hours, right? 那每一天的话，这个会在过年之前有多少人会来买这些牛肉？大家会说每天能卖出多大的一个量呢？So for each day before the New Year celebration, how many people would come here, and how many beef you would sell?
如果说是人再多的情况的话，一天的肉量在1吨左右。
For each day, they would sell about 1 ton of the stewed beef. So that's a huge amount. Okay, thank you so much for the introduction of your specialty here.
用辣椒的。
不是，这个辣牛肉它属于是五香的。
这个没有辣子在里面。
酱香的。
Okay, I tried it.
The package.
Yeah, the package. Okay.
Later, I would buy, I would buy this.
Yeah. You asked me the packages. Yeah, you know, in many the time-honored store in China, they use a traditional paper to wrap the souvenirs and the gifts, and maybe we can ask the seller to.
Yes, because I see the package here is really different. The first one is on the counter.
Yeah, now modern days, and people use this easy
package. But this one is
quite traditional. I think I think we can have a try and look at the traditional way of wrapping the bead. 您可以帮忙去展示一下这个。
好的。Okay.
So this you use hamper rope and paper to wrap it, and use hamper slices to fold it. And finally, there's a very delicate designed red paper as cover on it. It means that it can bring luck to your home.
Oh, well,
yeah,
this is
like this.
Really thank you so much for this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, so long. Well, actually, we've come to this place. A lot of people, during this live stream, they raised question about the wearing the mask, taking the precautions because the coronavirus is happening in China, and also in Xi'an, in the Shaanxi province. Although currently there's no reported affected cases, but people here are already taking the precautions. They're wearing the masks, or some people would get the advice from the local government to do some precautions. I guess in the future, next few days, in 2 days' time, people would begin to celebrate the New Year. More or less psychologically, they would be affected. But from right now, we can see the people here are still many. The mood is still in the New Year. But we can have this wish for the New Year.
Yeah.
What kind of wish do you have for this New Year?
Well, Xi'an is a starting point of a Silk Road, and here some snacks are brought from Western countries like pepper, like carrot. So here, because originally I think that there's walnuts. Walnuts also from the Silk Road, but yesterday I checked the history records. It's not. It's another thing. It's produced in China. It's planted in China.
Yes.
According to the legend, walnut has a function to cure plague. So I think China has some wisdoms, and to Chinese people, especially Chinese people, has wisdom to conquer any difficulties we meet. So we wish people in the country and in the whole world a prosperous and a healthy and a lucky year.
Well, thank you so much for this. I think the Chinese people and people in other parts of the world would have the difficulty and courage and various measures to conquer the difficulties, especially fight against the coronavirus. And thank you so much. Although this live streaming is coming to an end, and we still hope that every audience in China, in other parts of the world, could have the healthy and prosperous Chinese Lunar New Year. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.